Hey, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Today I want to take a little time and give you some updates on a couple of my favorite products for the Model 3, and that is the Jeda wireless charging pad for the Model 3 and the Model Y, and the USB hub for both of those cars as well. Now, if you guys have been a long-time subscriber to the channel, you know I'm a very big fan of these products. I mean, the Model 3 was actually designed, well, in my opinion anyways, to have a charging pad in the car, and these guys were the first company to come out with a wireless charging pad. And let me tell you, I jumped on that product right away because, let's face it, every modern phone has proper wireless charging capabilities. My car, as soon as I got it, was one of the first products that I put into the car, along with the USB hub, because it really expands the capabilities of the car. They've just come out with two versions, or updated versions of the product. So number one is version 3 of the wireless charging pad. Not going to go into a lot of detail about this because it's pretty much the same look. You'd be hard pressed to see the difference between the two, except that there are two main differences on the new version 3 of the charging pad. Number one is the surface on it, the TPU silicone material is grippier. And second of all, they've actually improved the wireless charging coils. They tell me that they've improved the speed of the charging, and I have to tell you, it is a lot faster charging a wireless phone on this new pad compared to the previous version. I think they've made the coils a little bit bigger. On the previous one, I had to move my phone just in the right position to get it to register, but now I just drop the phone on it and it just works. So anyways, plug and play, you just swap them out and off you go. So if you already have one, do you need to upgrade? Not necessarily, but if you don't have one of these charging pads, highly recommend that you get one. Even if you bought a Model 3 or a Model Y, I think it's a worthy upgrade because it does charge quite a bit faster. Let's face it, phones are getting bigger these days, batteries are getting bigger. Anything that charges faster is welcome in my books. And that brings us to the USB hub. Now, they just released version 2 of the USB hub, and some months ago they had asked people on Twitter what was the number one feature that they would like to see on it. Overwhelmingly, people are asking for more USB ports, and that's exactly what they did. This is the version 2, and they've added a third, 1, 2, 3, 3 USB-A ports. They still maintain the USB-C ports in there, and you still have the hidden compartment inside with the USB-A port for your solid-state drive. That's what I recommend. Don't use USB keys, folks. They fail too often. Use a Samsung SSD drive, a T5 or T7, and I'll put a link down in the video description if you're curious to see what those are like. So anyways, improved electronics. I don't know much more than what they did on there. You need to know, if you're going to order one of these, you need to order the appropriate USB hub, because Tesla did make a change to the USB ports on the Model 3. If it was prior to this summer, you need to order a unit that has 2 USB-A ports that plug into the center console. After this summer, I think it was around July is when they made the change, but I'll tell you how you can tell here in a second. But anyways, one side is USB-C, the other side is USB-A. Now, if you have a new Model 3 or you're not too sure, the easiest way for you to tell is look at the back of the center console here, and if you see 2 USB-C ports on the back, you need to order the new model. If you still have the older USB-A ports, well, order that model. Obviously, you have a Model Y, you don't have a choice. You got to order the USB-C model because that's the way it always came. So having said all that, I'm going to take a moment here and I'm going to swap out the USB hub for the new one. Before we take this out, I want to point something out here. When you get the new Jeda pad, make sure you use the spacer. They include this extra little spacer in there. Without that, your phones are going to fly off. So make sure you take the center cover off, put the little spacer in like that, and then slide it in. These are available aftermarket, so if you got the previous model and you don't have the spacer, you can certainly buy it from the company. Before we switch out the hub, we have to take the pad out, so I'm just going to lift it out and just disconnect 2 of the USB cables and just slide that out for a moment. I'm going to disconnect the USB ports, and I'm also going to turn off Sentry mode by tapping that on the screen. You'll see here that in here, this is my Samsung solid-state drive. So if you haven't seen one of these before, this is what I use. No moving parts. It's impervious to temperatures and stuff. This is what I recommend for dashcam and sentry mode, and it just fits in there. Comes with a little metal plate that you stick onto the back because this has magnets here on the back. Let me just go in here and just kind of reach in, just gently slide it out. Well, here is the outgoing one, so it doesn't have the third USB port. As you can see, I have the previous Model 3, so it has 2 USB-A ports, so we're going to take this one out. Now here is the new unit. Now I'm just going to use the cable that I already have connected to my solid-state drive. I'm going to take the metal plate out. I already have one attached to my drive, so we're just going to take that, plug it in, put that on there so it sticks on, doesn't move anywhere. Just take it and slide it in, push it in, locks it into place. if you don't have splitters, well, the nice thing is you have a third USB port. If you have a game controller, well, you're in luck because now you have a third port plugged it in. Once again, just a quick demonstration. If I just drop my phone on there, it doesn't matter where it is and it starts charging. So left side, right side, or even horizontal charging. Now, like I said, make sure you put the little spacer on there so your phone doesn't go flying off. Without that, with the thicker phones, of course, I have a case on the back of mine, so I can put it anywhere and it doesn't move around. So those are the updates I want to talk to you about the Jeda wireless charging pad and the USB hub. I'll leave a link in the video description if you'd like to order one. Full disclosure, it is a referral program, so they throw me a couple of bucks whenever you buy one, but no obligation, do what you like. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. See ya.